Good morning. I'm Tom Richardson. I'm a member of the church's Mission and Social Justice Committee, here to speak to you today about something new and something that follows in an old tradition of McAllister Plymouth Church. I had no idea what the readings and the sermon were going to be today before I did this, and this is really an amazing follow-on to what Adam spoke about in his sermon today. McAllister Plymouth is starting on something new, and we will be providing a home for a New Start church. It's not officially a congregation yet. It is within the UCC, and it's called a Ministry Connection. So it's a group that is working on becoming a church and hopefully will at some point become a congregation within the United Church of Christ. The church is called Shift, and it's a new church, and they are a church that serves primarily the GLBT community, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender, and their membership has a large number of transgender members. So this is new for our church in that, to my knowledge, at least in our recent history, we have not provided a home for a New Start church. I believe it follows up on a long tradition that McAllister Plymouth has had in supporting the GLBT community. This church, in fact, has supported that community long before it was trendy, long before it was a popular thing to do, when it was a very difficult thing to do, and it was some very heavy lifting. Talking about the church in Corinth, I think that maybe when we first started doing that, this church went through some of those same discussions and difficulties before we actually did it, but I wasn't here for that. Shift will be starting to meet here Sunday afternoons. They're set to meet here for the months of February and March. While that is happening, we will be putting together a group to work on developing an agreement with them to allow them to meet here on a longer-term basis. Now, it may be that they decide that's not the best thing for them. Hopefully that won't be the case. A little bit about Shift's history. They've been meeting in varying places for a while with varying degrees of success. Some places their welcome has been maybe not the best. I think in one place they've been meeting, they were told up front, well, you can meet here, but don't let anyone know who you are. As a gay man of a certain age, and going back in my history, listening to Pastor Lawrence, who is their pastor, talk about the transgender folks and Shift and who they are, it brought back a lot of memories of my early days as being gay and coming out. And I think transgender folks nowadays are dealing with a lot of those same issues. They're marginalized within our society, I think, in general. They're even marginalized within the GLBT community under that umbrella, which many folks may not know. So hopefully we can provide a home for these folks. It is something new for our church, so we're feeling our way as we go through this. If you have any questions about this, I'd be glad to talk to you about it. It is being shepherded through our Mission and Social Justice Committee, or any member of the Mission and Social Justice Committee would be glad to answer questions for you. We'll keep the congregation apprised as things progress. There will be an article in the next Here and Now, and as we work towards an agreement for their use of the space, that agreement will go to the session for their approval. We'll keep folks apprised. And again, please feel free to contact me, any member of the Mission Social Justice Committee, at any time. There are names and phone numbers and emails are in the directory. You can call the office and find out how to contact us. So I ended up shooting a little from the hip today because I didn't know that this would tie in with the sermon. I hope I was clear, and again, please just let us know of any questions or concerns you have. Thank you.